Check Chuffy 1, Chuffing 2. This is your captain speaking. We've now got an excellent connection. Don't know how that works. I do, actually, I do. It's something to do with the kernel. Not the Colonel Sanders. I do, actually, I do. It's the Windows 11. This is Windows 11. Windows, what it does is, it's like, you've turned on your computer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you've turned on your computer. Oh, I get you. Want to be using the old computer, do you? All right, then. Set you up a kernel. What's a kernel? It's the way that... Because that's all just technology, isn't it? It's all just bits of metal. And inside the bits of metal, some thinking happens, and then it comes to me on a screen, and I interact with the keyboards and mouse. What's a keyboard and mouse? It's just bits of stuff. How does that know what the keyboard and mouse means? What it does? There's a like interface. It's called the kernel. My interactions affecting its thinking, roughly, in layman's terms. And the kernel is set up... K-E-R-N-A-L. It's set up when you turn on the old computer. Gets going, it uses some space. I don't know what it does. It gets doing its thing. And then when you close the computer, you'd think it would just wipe that off and start a new kernel next time you start. But it doesn't. What it does is it maintains that so that next time you start up, oh, don't worry, we don't have to do so much setting up today. We're ready to just go. The kernel's all ready to rock and roll. You were using it last time. I'm remembering it from last time, says the computer. That's not always the best thing. Sometimes you might get a little glitch, something might go wrong. The computer's like, oh, I remember that from last time, I'll do that again. No, 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 don't do that. Fresh kernel, please. So on Windows 11, if you turn off your computer, off, it's not off. You have to reset it if you want to reset that kernel. I think that's what just happened to us. Because now we're riding 6,000 kilobytes a second. Because now we're riding, I can be heard. No problem with that. I've got no problem with that. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator. Welcome. What are we doing? Well, I want to show you. Might as well do it here now. Might as well do it here now. Where's my hangar? Might as well do it here. Look. Look at this. Look at this thing. Volocopter. Volocopter, mate. Let's give it some. Let's make it green. Look at that. Green Volocopter. There you go. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Didn't know we had one of them. Well, we've got one. And we're going to London. It's the Queen's birthday, isn't it? No, it's the Queen's chuffing jubilee. She's been on the throne for 70 chuffing years. So they're having a big party. Now, this is not real-time satellite. I thought it might have been. It's not real-time satellite. We're going to London. We're going to fly over it in our Volocopter. The Queen's around here. Let me see, can you see me? You can see me all right, can't you? Whoa, whoa, what's happened here? The Queen's over here. There she is. There she is. She's in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a cruise. Look, you'll see all this cool stuff is all down the bridge. Chelsea Bridge. All down the river. As the river goes, there's a lot of cool stuff on it. Look, Blackfriars, St. Paul's. It's all up a bit past the Queen. If we start over here, Heathrow, look, that's the airport. That's the chuffing airport. There's somebody else playing the game. You chuffer. Right. If we start over here and we fly down the river, we can have a look at the botanical gardens, the bridges, we can have a look at the palaces. And then we can fly on to see the rest of London. The big buildings there. Fly through, have a look at, don't know what that is, Citigroup Centre. You would normally land then at the other airport, wouldn't you? But we'll probably just fly on out into the sea. I don't know how long it's going to take. But we're going to have a little fly around. We're going to have a little look. And we are in our Volocopter. So I think we'll just start. If we start at the airport, should we start at the airport? Parking. Let's start there. In the car park at the airport. I don't know. Hello, Squirrel Sniper. No, it's alright. It doesn't matter about who comments and how many times and whatever. It's fine. Sometimes I'm not regular. I'm supposed to be on at 2 PM GMT. Obviously today's a bit sunny. I'm on at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, so I don't expect people to just be like, oh wow, look, he's on quick. Everyone's got better things to do. But see it as a live recording session, because anyone can watch this at any time and enjoy it, maybe, depending on what we get up to. Yeah, we can have a look at Parliament. We could have a little look at Parliament. That's Turkey for you. Yeah, I don't know what it is today. just I'm not even going to go into the news. Like, all that we've got in the news in the UK is chuffing the Queen, isn't it? Oh look, I'm actually in the chuffing car park. Fucking hell. Tune radio to ground services. I've turned off the radio, mate. Taxi clearance. I just want to take off. I didn't realise I was going to have to take off. This is an issue, because I don't know how to fly this Volocopter. Can I get the spinners going? Shit. Strobe lights. I have a disco. Right, look. I don't want to do this. I want to escape this. Back to the main menu. See, I'm already chuffing this up. I just want to be up in the air above London, please, you chuffer. So I'll just go here. This'll work. We'll have a nice cruise over London. Nothing controversial. It's the Queen's chuffing Jubilee. Oh, apparently I shouldn't miss out. I've got some gamer points from Xbox. You can fuck off, thanks. Xbox gamer points. Like, what do I want with gamer points on my Xbox? Points. They can just totally chuff off. Oh, 2 protesters were wearing crowns ejected off the mall. That's a bit of a shame. Like, you know, people should be allowed to be there, even if they don't agree with the old concept. But I suppose they'd be a bit worried about everything, won't they, with the old terrorism and all that. So, right, here we are. We're up in the air. This is what we wanted. You've asked for it. We've got it. Yes, this works. In one of these Volocopters. Brentford's over there. I don't know which way I'm looking. Right, I'm looking north, so I want to go that way anyway. We want to head over there. We want to head up the river to these points of interest. Right. This is your captain speaking. I've never flown one of these fucking things before, but it can't be that hard, can it? Look, it's like a big drone. There you go. It's actually a lot easier than a normal aircraft. That'll get us pointing in the right direction, I think. East. I've actually got a map underneath me, look. Oh wait, I could turn the actual map on as well. We've got a map, haven't we? Turn the map on. There you go. There you go. There's your lovely map. You love that. You like that. That's your favourite. That's your favourite, that is. And look, it hasn't even crashed while I've been looking at the map. So this is a much better system. There we are. There's London. People going about their business. Enjoying their London lives. London lives. London. I don't know what part that is. I just don't know. Points make visual prize. Points and prize. Points mean prizes. What do points make? Prizes. Except on the Xbox, where I don't think it does make prizes. I think it's just achievements. Achievement. You know, it's just like your own personal glory. What's that over there? See, I'm not really that familiar with London, so this is... Right, Botanical Gardens. That was on the way, wasn't it? And I see in the distance over there... In the distance over there, I see all the stuff. So we're going that way. That's the way we want to go. Are we heading that way? Yes. In exactly the right direction. So I think if I just tilt us forward, we might start to pick up some speed. Now what's interesting about this to me is, this is also the... like, they're proposing that we use these sort of things as flight taxis. This is an electric vehicle. Look, it's an electric vehicle. And it's not travelling like... I thought they'd be zipping about, but it's not going that fast, is it? Nice, steady pace. That would work. I wonder what would happen if it crashed, though. Because, like, if you have a car crash, that's one thing, but if one of these comes down, you've got issues. That might be the future. You might notice the airspace around London, go down to 80... Okay, I'll try and go down in a minute. You might notice that airspace around London does not appear to be very busy. I don't know what the rules are, whether you'd be allowed loads of these chuffers flying around. But, there's Isleworth. when we get over towards the guard, should I try and take us down now? I'll try and take us down now. The thing is, I don't know how to fly the chuffer. So, I don't know what up and down is. And like, those spinners don't help me. Right, that's obviously... Normally that would be up and down, wouldn't it? But it's also forwards and backwards on this. Left and right is that. Maybe it's this. Where's my altitometer? My altitometer is stable there, look. Stable. Maybe I could do something with the engine. $1560, $5040. Must be this, mustn't it? Like, if you slow down the engine, you're going to go down, aren't you? You're not going to be pumping as hard. But my altitude seems to be stable. Maybe I can fix it. Maybe I can, like, tell it where I want it to be. Oh my god. What's this? 0763. Altitude. You're not... You are shitting me, aren't you? I can just type it in. Hang on, I use the mouse and clicker. Oh... What did you want? Oh... Where's the 8? There's no 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no chuffing 8. Why wouldn't there be an 8? Is it going to do it automatically? Like, I should have learned how to fly the chuffer. I've clicked it in there, look. Transponder, whatever that is. Don't seem to be transponding. Have a little look out there. Are we too high up? Imagine 40,000 on the yeah. Exactly. You wouldn't just be allowed everyone having them. I think you'd have to have a regular, like, there'd be like 2 companies that are allowed to do it, and that'd be it. And you'd have to get on, like London Transport maybe. You'd have to regulate it like that. We're not even moving forward anymore. I thought I typed in the altitometer there, where I wanted it to be. I thought it would take me down. It hasn't. Oh no, it has. It is, look. Something's happening. Look, my altimeter there appears to be dropping, look. 27, 26, 25... I've forgotten which one is make the engine go faster and which ones make the engine go slower. I'm assuming that's my altimeter. Maybe that's my airspeed. And maybe my altimeter's on the other side. 11, 30, 20, 10. That must be it, mustn't it? There's Kew Gardens anyway, look. Royal Botanical Gardens. Now, look, it's royal, so it's part of our tour of chuffing London. Do the camera on me. There you are, look. There you are, right. Royal Botanical Gardens. So we're coming up the river from the airport end. That's a golf course, obviously. Big forest. Royal Botanical Gardens. It's not bad, is it? And then it all gets going. No, the controls over water, yeah. We can park this in London, I'm sure it'll be fine. Just gently gliding over, look. I bet these houses are worth a bit, aren't they? I bet these houses are worth a bob or two. I've got no idea. Whoa, look, I was spinning us around. Whoa, what am I doing that for? Why am I doing that? Oh, it's camera axis. Okay, it's just the camera. Move the camera, look. So I can move the camera even if we're hovering up there. This will be what they do. They'll have like a big airship and they'll send out their little drones and then it'll be like War of the Worlds. This ain't too bad, is it? Look, that's cool. I can do this at least and we're not going to crash. Kew Gardens over there. The Royal Botanics. I wonder if you're allowed to just walk in there. I wonder if there's a fence surrounding it. I wonder what that tower is. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if you can just like go out of this house, up the street, over in the woods having a good go. Or if it's restricted area. These are little houses in London. Say little. It's nice, isn't it though? I bet this is an expensive area. It's got to be, hasn't it? London house prices. Little rows in there. You'd fit another 20% more houses in there if you just filled in some of those spaces, but I bet they're not having it. But they've got big gardens and that. I don't know what that is. That might be IKEA over there. I noticed not all the houses are rendering in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Look, some of these things are in 2 dimensions and they're supposed to be in 3. Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've got all the downloads now. Hello, Angie. How expensive do I think? Okay, that's a good question. I wonder if there's a way of pausing the game. There must be. There you go, paused. Right. And I can use my mouse. And I can just ask the internet. I can... Well, actually, I'll do it on the internet so we can all see it, yeah? Well, actually, I'll do it on the internet so we can all see it, yeah? I'm using my brain now. Check Chuffy want. Right. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Do that. Here's the internet. Google. What is it? Like, house. Buy a house. I don't want to type this in Google. Buy a house in London. Because now it'll think I can buy a house. It'll start sending me adverts for stuff. Manage preferences. No cookies, no cookies. Get you on it. Right, get you in on this. Yes, the browser. Right. Where do we want to live then? Hang on. Well, I don't know where it is. Now I need Google Maps. Now I need this. Where are we then? We've just flown in from over the airport. We're over here, aren't we? This is Brentford and Hounslow. Hounslow's not supposed to be the nicest area in the world, I heard. So maybe it's not too bad, actually. It's weird, that is, actually. I suppose it's close to the airport. Where was the, where's the Botanical Gardens? There's the Kew Gardens. So we're over... Let's say Spring Grove, yeah? That's around the area, Spring Grove. Isn't it? What do you think? Spring Grove, or should we go towards Ealing? We'll check Spring Grove and we'll check Ealing. London... Spring Grove. Ealing. So, Ealing. 2-bed flat, £500,000. 5-bed house, £2 million. 1 flat in that property, £500,000. A 6-bed semi-detached, £1 million. Look, they're showing me the things that they think are more in my price range. Look, this thing. Look at that, yeah? See that? All that could be yours. All this could be yours for £500,000 in London. You get your own front door. It's got a secondary padlock on the exterior. You've got a window, so, you know, you can look out of your window when you're in your 1-room, 1-bed property in Ealing for £500,000. It's a bargain, that is. Bargain. Used to be a garage. This one is £1 million, 3-bed detached. That actually doesn't look too bad. It looks quite nice, doesn't it? I bet you're not allowed to build any further up. Again, it used to be a garage. 3 million quid, wasn't it? No, 1 million quid. Just 1 million. It doesn't feel to be too expensive for what I've heard, but it's still quite a lot of money, isn't it? 2-bedroom flat in a little one of these blocks. Little flat in one of these blocks. £500,000. I mean, the thing is, and I live in a nice area of the world, it's not terrible, but if I do the area that I live in, for the same money as a 1-bedroom flat, you can have like a full house, like a brand new, this is a new development, new build, brand new, 3-bedroomed house, yeah? Like full gaff, garden, the whole thing, £500,000. But in London, that same amount of money, right, that same amount of money will get you 1 bedroom. So it's not the same, is it? It's not the same. And that's only that little part of London. We'll come back to this in a minute as we fly over the other areas. It's a good idea, I like that. We'll keep looking at that. So I will now go back to the flight simulator and we will full screen my ass. And we can unpause ourselves now, can't we? We can go back into the real world. What's that? Objectives. We don't have an objective. I'll turn that off. Okay. Thank you. Move the map under the chat so you can't read the chat. That's annoying. Just put it behind my head really there. Okay. Welcome to London. Down there, you've got a variety of different houses. Some of them are going to cost you upwards of £1 million. Am I still flying or am I just moving the camera? Where's our plane gone? It's up there, look, there's our plane. I can just move the camera though. I wonder how far I can go away from the plane. Should we go back to let's go back to the aircraft. And let's... One of these buttons is the cockpit. And honestly, it changes every time you press it. Right, there's Ealing over there. So we're not far from Ealing. We were actually in Hounslow. I bet it's cheaper in Hounslow, but like... That's an example, isn't it? Now we're going to head up the river. The famous London River of the Thames it's called. Famous river in London. That might be Wimbledon. It's not. It's not. Might be. It's not. It's not. So this is the famous river. Where's Wimbledon? Hang on. Is that Wimbledon there? The thing is, I'm not going to know where anything is. In Bulgaria, 440,000 euros. So yeah, you get a lot more for your money out there then, don't you, in Bulgaria? But you're not as close to the shops in London. Not as close to the shops. Is that Wimbledon down there? Look, they've got... That's a football pitch, it could be Wimbledon. Tennis courts, where's Wimbledon? Right, we're on the river. We're making headway. What's next on our list of famous places, I wonder? They should all just come up as we fly over them, shouldn't they? More houses. Again, I bet these are getting more expensive now as we get closer to the centre. Let's see where we are now. Let's alight for a minute and let's see where we are now. Just get us over it. Is that Wimbledon down there? That could be Wimbledon. No, that's a driving range. God, that must be an expensive waste of land near London, mustn't it? A driving range. Right, where are we now? Is this Brentford? I think this might be Brentford. Right, stop the plane. Stop the plane. What am I doing now? I'm moving the chat around. Stop the train. Stop the... Stop the chuffer. Stop moving us. Why won't it stop moving? Where's my camera? This one's my camera, right? This one's my camera. Right. Is that Wimbledon down there? Where are we? Let's find out where the chuff we are. Just give it a little pause. Right. This looks nice, doesn't it? Little houses tucked in there on the river. Little houses, right. Because I have to learn. I don't know it. Do I? I don't know it, so I have to learn. Right, we're now... We've gone past Kew Gardens. Where were we? We're tucked in... At that bend in the river. It goes down, and it goes up. We're here at the London Wetland Centre. We're over this way. This is where we are now. This actually makes me feel like I'm familiar. I've been to London a few times. I've got a friend who lived there as well, and this looks like, you know, suburban London, yeah. That's where we are. And where is it then? How'd you go back to the map? What would you call it? The London Wetland Centre. You wouldn't call it that. This area. Doesn't have a name. Lego and Mutton. How am I going to look for a house there if I can't look at it? The Harrodian School. Prep School. Olympic Studios. This looks nice, doesn't it, over here? Let's go for a bit of... Oh, Castle now. That's a straight road there. Castle now. Was it? What? Forbidden. Didn't like that, did it? Look. Fuck it, I've found the secret place in London that you're not supposed to go. It doesn't even have a name. Next to the London Wetland Centre. Castle. Caster. Now. Oh, I can't spell that. What's this one? Madrid Road. We'll go for Madrid Road. London. Madrid Road. Can I use the map? No one's selling, look. They're all selling over there. They're all selling over there. No one's selling over here. Oh, no, they are. This is it. This is it. They're selling over here. 1.2 million, 6-bedroom terraced house. What? That sounds like loads of space for the money. It's terraced, so you built, you know, you're not semi-detached or anything. You completely, but 6 bedrooms for £1 million. That's a lot of money, but it's a lot of space in London. That's where you'd be living. Big open plan. 1 room. There's your kitchen. I bet that's just the other end of the same room. Virtual tours. That's your outside. See, I told you the kitchen was... You go through your front door and you've got 1 room. This is £1 million, bear in mind. £1 million, right? You go through your front door and you've got 1 room. It's your kitchen. It's your living room. It's your dining room. It opens straight out onto your garden, which is quite small. But at least you've got one. £1 million. 1 room. And then you go upstairs, and then you've got what should be like a landing area. But they're going to say that's a bedroom, I'm telling you. Little toilet there, your bathroom somewhere around. There's your bedroom. There's probably 6 of these somehow. I bet they've turned an attic into 2 small cupboard bedrooms. Or something like that. There's another one. Is that a different bedroom? You haven't got a full bed in there, just a futon. So I think that's what's going on here. And you can see some little strange steps next to it. There's another bedroom, I think. It's not bad if you live in London and, you know, You got a nice bedroom like that. That's not bad. Another one. Bathroom. It's not luxury, is it, the bathroom? £1 million. It's not luxury. There's your little bathroom. It's not luxury for £1 million. That's not too bad. I told you, the attic bedrooms now. I wonder if they split. I wonder if you've got 2 attic bedrooms. You're going to be like with the dormers and stuff. It's a nice. It looks nice on the picture, but for £1 million, you're kind of hard pushed to get much more than your bed and your computer in there, aren't you? I suppose that's not. I don't put much more than that in my bedroom, but for £1 million, nice window out looking out into London. There is. And now you can see. You're only one half of this building. So car parking space is always an issue as well. You're only one half of this building. Let's keep the noise down. 6 bedrooms. £1 million. Central heating. I don't know. I don't think they've got air conditioning. They count the bedrooms in the doll's house. Hello, Luke. Yeah. I don't think you get air conditioning. You've probably got heating, but not air conditioning. And also the kitchen, like, you know, you're in central London, so I suppose you do a lot of eating out. I don't know, but like, you don't get much more space in that kitchen than any normal house, do you? For £1 million. The difference is that this one's £1 million. But having said that, if I had £1 million to chuck around, and you could live in that part of London, because let me get flight streamer overload, flight simulator overload, Rodney. Let me get us back on track, Rodney. If you live here, like, this isn't half bad, is it? Like, now what have I done? Have I flown us over it? I've flown us over it. It's out the back. Hang on, how do I look out the back? There's no window out the back. Right. It's down there anyway. Down there. And it's chuffing lovely, isn't it? Nice quiet part of London. It's not like the busiest part. There's sports fields nearby. There's probably that school probably owns those sports fields, and that school's probably well rich. One of those sort of. That's Castle now. That's where we were. You know, you're on that sort of. It's almost an island, isn't it, in the middle of London? For £1 million, you can live in just a normal house over there, or reasonably normal house over here, but in a lovely location. So it's location, 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 isn't it? It's a pretty kitchen, yeah. But for £1 million, if I was spending £1 million on a house, I'd expect. I mean, I don't know. I'm not in the market, am I? But £1 million, you'd expect it to be like a little bit better than where I live, and that's no better at all. It's just that you're in London. So, in fact, we've probably got more space in our kitchen and lounge, which are not definitely combined. It's weird, isn't it? Yeah. It's not the worst though. That was quite a good one. That was not bad value for money. That wasn't for London. People should be on that. I bet they're fighting to buy that. I bet they're fighting to buy that. Chomping at the bit. Bet they got viewings out the rumpole. Right. We continue our tour of London. If I can turn the aircraft. I'm going to follow the river. See, I don't crash this one. It turns. It's quite. I know it sounds clunky. Don't worry. This is your captain speaking. I know it sounds clunky, but don't worry. I've got this one. Well, it's not all rendering in 3D though. The chuffer. I can see parts that are not rendered in 3D, and I've chuffing spent the money for this. Where's my Bing Maps? This is supposed to be Bing Maps, not Google Maps, but. Right, we're going to keep going. We're going to go over to the Parsons Green next and the Wandsworth Bridge. As we follow the Thames. Oh, stop shuffling around in the cockpit, you're making it wobble. Some sort of estuary, I don't know what that is. Nature wetland. But again, like, now that we know that every little small plot of land is worth over £1 million, these parks and wetlands seem frivolous now. Who is that interested in running around the running track? That you can't do that somewhere else. You can't run somewhere else. We need to sell that and build a house. Do you know what I mean? Go and run somewhere else. You can have that house by the river, yeah. I bet there's some nice places as well. There's also, bear in mind, it's the same as every other big city. There's also going to be some quite crime-riddled, impoverished social housing areas as well. All cheek by jowl. So it's funny that. There's Wimbledon. Look, there's Wimbledon. It's over there. What do you want to do? Do you want to go and see Wimbledon? Should we go and see Wimbledon? Go on then. Meow. See if this thing can't pick up a bit of pace when you need it to. Meow. No, it doesn't really, does it? But that's okay. Doesn't have to pick up loads of pace, does it? It doesn't have to be... It's nice and chill. London, it's all packed in. It's no grid system like American cities. It just built up over time. Just got filled in, built up over time, so... Followed the river mainly, but... No grid system at all higgledy-piggledy. Only just got a cross rail. London. There's more of it over there. Wandsworth's a prison. So we're going to look at Wimbledon and then we'll go to the prison. You're not allowed to fly your drones over the prison, I'm betting. Yeah, I hope no, but I wonder what they could do to make this safe. They should have. Maybe they should have some sort of... Because like bird strike would actually fuck up your journey as well, wouldn't it? They should have some protective covers. Wouldn't be too hard to work them out, would it? Some sort of cage. Or do you think the birds would just look at that and go, I'm staying well away from that. What's that? Because they get sucked into the jet engines, don't they? But this isn't like that. Maybe this is... I suppose depends which side you're on. If you're underneath it, maybe you get sucked up into it. It's having trouble showing you the rotors, isn't it? I suppose that's what they would look like through a camera. I don't know. Frames per second, anyway. I wonder if it's trying to faithfully render the frames per second of the rotors. Right, this is Wimbledon over here. We're nearly there. It's quite quick in this thing, though, isn't it? You just got to find us a place to land every time. The noise will scare the birds, yeah. Although it's much quieter than our previous aircrafts. This is an electric... It's a series of electric motors, isn't it? So it's building up the noise, but individually they're all quite quiet. Right, here's Wimbledon, look. Famous Wimbledon. Centre court. Court number 1. Now with a roof. So centre court's the round one. Court number 1 is the one with the roof. Or have I got that the wrong way around? I can't remember. I don't know. I don't chuffing know. This is your captain speaking. I don't chuffing know. Right, let's get the camera out. And then I'll give us an All England pause. And I can still move the camera around. Look at it, there you are. Now, I'll tell you what. Houses around here are going to go for a pretty penny, aren't they? And look at that golf course. I didn't realise there was a massive golf course next to the All England Tennis Club, Wimbledon. Let's get the horizon right. There we are. Where's Roger Federer? Each one of these tennis courts must be worth millions, mustn't it? Because I bet you'd fit 2 or 3 houses on each tennis court. Tennis is posh, isn't it? It's like a whole building there built around a tennis court, isn't it, that one? I didn't realise that either. It's like a whole building built around a tennis court with a little, like, courtyard in the middle. And there's a tennis court in the middle. Didn't realise that at all. Never been to Wimbledon. My mate used to go to Wimbledon because in London... What the fuck is this? That can't be right, can it? Like, there's not a massive divot in the ground here. That's not a faithful rendition of Henman. It's called Henman Hill. So what's happened here is somehow Bing Maps has rendered Henman Hill on the inverse. It sees it as Henman, like instead of Murray Mount, Henman Hill, it thinks that's a divot. And it's not, it's the opposite, it's a hill. It should rise up the same distance as it's sinking down there. It should rise up. And apparently they get a view over centre court. I didn't realise, but they don't. They put up a big screen. I didn't realise. I thought they actually got a view over centre court, but they don't. Because it's absolutely enclosed in buildings. That's so weird to me. I didn't realise. Henman's divot. Djokovic divot. The Djokovic divot. Just left the drone up there. It's just flying itself now. It's just up there, look. I'm James Bonding it around in our mini drone. So you come to Wimbledon and you want to make your dreams come true. You have to play on all these little courts outside first. You're not allowed in the big court straight away. You play on these little courts outside. They've just yaffed them in, look. I get it now, look. You've got a building there. This was the new one, so this was... I don't know what happened. Don't know when they built this, can't remember. I'm sure it was recently they put the roof on and that. Maybe they just renovated what was already there. But you've got all these little courts outside, and they're just packed in. You come and play on these courts. So there used to be a car park. You can play on these courts. You've got to work your way through the tournament. Then this one's actually got a little seating area around it. It's like the mini Wimbledon. And then you work your way through it, and then you get to the finals. Oh, Serena Williams now. Bang, bang. It's not as many seats as you think, is there? Or as I think. What do I know? Doesn't appear to be as many seats as you'd think. Like, it's quite a big building, isn't it? For the amount of seats that you've got. Not as many seats. Who gets to play on them first when it isn't Wimbledon time? I suppose the actual All England club itself has their own members, and I bet they've got loads of money. It's one of those things. The sun glinting off the water on the roof here. Yeah, I bet they've got loads of money. There's more tennis courts out here, look. I bet it costs loads of money to be part of the All England Tennis Club. You know, membership. I bet there's a waiting list. It is nice though, this is, isn't it? Peaceful, birds. I can't get the horizon right. There's the tennis club. And if you did live a lovely life, if you did live a lovely life in, you know, in London, going to the tennis, enjoying yourself, this would be the place to come and do it, wouldn't it, if this was your thing? There's the famous... Is that the famous wall with the ivy on it? Serena sisters poked their head out of, I don't know. I think it was one of these walls. And then also what they do, they have got an egalitarian aspect to it, because if you want a ticket to Wimbledon on the day, you can go and queue up if you live in the local area, and you can queue up and just get a ticket if you're just a normal punter. So everyone can get a ticket. It's not just exclusive, but... Welcome to Wimbledon. Wimbledon. Look at this as well. Imagine selling that and just turning it into houses. Imagine the money you'd make. That's a cricket pitch. Go and play your cricket somewhere else. No, it's as English as apple pie, mate. Cricket pitch. Yeah, exactly. You probably... In London, though, if you live round in one of these houses, your driver probably drives you. I don't know. Also, I think probably just walk places and get the tube. I don't know about the tube. Right, what was next on our list? We've got somewhere next on our list and I've forgotten where we're going. We're going to go north now. This is your captain speaking. The rotors appear to be stationary, but don't worry. I've just got us in a pause. Right, now we're back on. Whoa, 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 worry now! Worry now! Worry now! This is your captain speaking. I've parked us on the All England Golf Club. Why did the plane stall? I paused us. And remember, I don't know how to make this one go. I don't know how to make this plane go, so... Right, we're in trouble. Hang on, restart. Yeah. Chuffing, chuff, chuff, piff. Obviously that would be bad. That would be bad if you're in one of these planes and that happened. I don't know what you call it. It's not a plane, it's a Volocopter. So, you know, enjoy that. There we are again. Back at the start of our journey. So let's power over to where we were. Come on, little Volocopter. What's that big building over by Hounslow? We'll go and have a look at that as well. Now, Hounslow is definitely not like... Hounslow's been on the, you know, those documentaries for, ooh, gang violence, ooh, you know, this sort of thing. Stuff like that. So just packed in next to a nice area, they've got like... But they'll get this, what you call, what do you call it? You call it like special urbanisation, gentrification. You know, land prices force the poor people out and the rich people come in and make money. Yay. So we'll have a look at house prices in Hounslow for a second in a minute. I wonder what that's... I think that might be a stadium over there. Is that Wembley? It can't be, can it? I mean, I've been to Wembley, so I should know. Doesn't look like Wembley to me, though. Maybe it's a football club. Because there are a few, aren't there? Right, that's Hounslow. We'll find out what this is. Twickenham. That's the rugby club. Right, we don't want to go there. Fuck that. Back on track. I'm heading on the river. Let's just check Hounslow. I'll leave us airborne. So we don't die in an accident. I'll leave us airborne. And we'll go to the web browser. What have I done? Why have I ain't got no web browser? I've just got the chat. I can fix this, really. You watch me. See? But why is chat like that? Right, okay. Houses in Hounslow. Right, we're going to buy house in Hounslow. Nope, they're expensive as well. Although you can get 5 bedrooms for $1 million, but it's a terrace. But they're not as nice. You can get cheaper ones, and like you can nearly half that £1 million, 600 grand for a little 2-bedroom end of terrace though. End of terrace. A little bit tight inside, but it's not, you know, it's not massive, but you know, you see what I mean? Like the galley kitchen, there's not really enough room for 2 or 3 people. That's it. You won't squeeze past, but it's got all the same stuff. I mean, they're using every iota of space there, aren't there? And I bet they have a good time. Nice garden. It's quite narrow, isn't it? It's all quite narrow. 600 grand there. Yeah, I'll tell you what I want to do, because I'm aware that it's taking ages. Let's get us over into actual London now. Let's get us over to where the Queen lives. Let's go and see how far away the Queen is from these things. I mean, Hounslow is probably a lovely place to live. I'm probably just saying, you know, I just saw a documentary on it once. Brentford, that's supposed to be nice. North of the river there. I used to go fencing in Brentford. They had a school. They obviously still do have a school. And I used to go there, we'd go on fencing competitions and what have you. Yeah, that wasn't too bad a house price, was it? But then maybe when you know, compare it to other things, maybe there are reasons. I don't know. Maybe the crime rates of the area aren't as nice. I don't know. Certainly, I wouldn't feel unhappy with that size of a house in a nice place like that, though, myself. So maybe it's not all bad. Well, you're quite close to Kew Gardens, aren't you? Meow. You don't meow much in this. It doesn't actually allow you to bank much further forward than that. I've got it full stick now. Yeah, likely crime's bad there, or the problems with the house. There might be issues, yeah. Like, it might be something to do with the whole road. It might be something to do... Like, some places have little quaint charm, and individually they look like they've got little quaint charm, but then you look down the street and, like, it might be a fucking bomb site. I don't know. Is that another football ground there? Is that a football ground? It's a little stadium of some sort, isn't it? Or it might be just be some sort of building with a courtyard. Bit weird. What I am surprised at is, I know that they want to keep the green spaces as much as they can, but I'm surprised there's so many sporting facilities, parks, like even in between the houses they've got garden spaces, you know, for living. It's not high-rise urban. And no, because I know, oh, there's the church. You can tell that's a church because they've got their land around them, and no one's getting that land off them. The church own that bit. Look. Stop and have a look at this church. When you say crime, is it shootings? It's like drug gang culture, stuff like that. Yeah. Shit! I dropped the controller. No, I need that. What do I need? I need to look out the... Do my camera. Do my camera. Right. Where's that church? Where is that church? It's over there now. God, we're moving farther away. Our quadcopter's going away. I wanted to go down to that church over there. Just in the distance in the centre of the screen now. I suppose I won't get over to it now because we're flying further away, but look, it's... you can see it's got its own little tract of land, and they ain't selling that, are they? But they well could do, because they'd make loads of money, but the church doesn't need to make money, so... But yeah, there's loads of these little plots, look, that obviously are kept for nature reasons. This is the train. That's the train tracks, look. Straight through like that. So you're not going to build up too close to train tracks, I guess. But still, I'm like surprised there's so many green spaces in an area where plots of land are worth millions of pounds. Get me back in the cockpit. This is your captain speaking. If you'd like to look out your window, you can see London. London. They call it that London. London. London, mate. Innit? London. We're going to head over to where the Queen lives in a minute. If I can find the chuffing place. Oh, we're coming to somewhere nice now. Kensington. Hammersmith. Kensington up there. Kensington's supposed to be nice. This is your captain speaking. We're coming to West Kensington now. Looks pretty smart down there, doesn't it? I don't know. I've got no idea. I don't even know how to change the camera's viewpoints around, really. I'm on floaty cam now. I've lost the quadcopter completely. Don't know where the quadcopter's gone. Now that button is in and out the cockpit, yeah? Outside the cockpit though, this button does that. In and out. Where's the one where I can see the plane from the exterior gone? There, that one, right. Stamford Bridge, we'll go and have a look at that. That's Chelsea. We'll go and have a look at that. Chelsea! Look at that, right in the middle of London. And then I'll know where I am to navigate to the rest of London then. So Chelsea, Knightsbridge, you know, they're nice places, aren't they? Don't know why the buildings appear to be two-tone. Look, there seems to be... Maybe they that satellite image on a sunny day and this one on a cloudy day. And they sewed them together. I don't know why there's that line down there. London doesn't have that line down it. That's Chelsea. Famous football club. Looks nice, doesn't it? Bit smaller than you think though, isn't it? The stadium. It's not as big as you think. They can't make it much bigger though. Here's the river again. Battersea, famous for their dogs home and power station. You can see the power station right in front of us down there. It's not rendered in very well, but it's got those 4 towers. See those 4 towers? And just ahead of me down here. Or is it this one? It's this one, isn't it, with the 2 towers? God, the rendering's going a bit funny, isn't it? On the old... like, pay you 50 quid for your satellite images, and they render them in like that. I think it's because there's cranes going on, there's some work going on. But this is definitely the Battersea Power Station down this end. Don't know what's going on. I can't recognise it properly because it's all doesn't look right. And politicians always visit Battersea for some reason, yeah. Shall we look at how much it costs to live in Battersea? Is this the real life? Is this just Battersea? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, 1-bedroom property. Location, Battersea. Oh, fucking hell. Do you want to live in Battersea? Do you want to have a 4-bedroom flat for £5 million? Do you want a 5-bedroom character property for £4.5 million? 5 million, really. Do you want a 5-bedroom terrace house? That sounds like lots of space, doesn't it? £2.5 million quid. Terraced. End of terrace. Do you remember the last one we were looking at? End of terrace. This is now in Battersea. So you're... Where's it gone? Don't know where it's gone. probably gone. It's probably been sold. I pressed it and it went, disappeared. Show me Battersea. Fenshaw Road, Queensgate. Or is that not Battersea? Maybe that's not Battersea. That's South Kensington. Oh, right, okay. This one is South Kensington. South Kensington for the flat. This is a Johnny Depp level property now. Look at that. Not only have they got the dollar for a £6 million property, but they've decked it out with like ebony flooring or some shit. And you're right there, you've got a little balcony which you shouldn't stand on because it's just a little lead flat roof, but you'll be out there drinking your champagne. Look at that. Someone stuck a conservatory on the staircase. They're the nice bits. They're not showing you the kitchen and the bed and the bathroom. Where's the rest of it? Oh, they will show you all of it. Let's have a look. Little staircase. That's going to be annoying though, isn't it? I bet it's got a really awkward, weird little staircase thing in it. Because you cram everything in as best you can. Oh, but that's nice though. Using the balcony as a... Smash the roof off and use it as a conservatory. It is nice. There's your kitchen. That ain't half bad, is it? Spacious. I wouldn't have the little table and chairs in there. I'd bin them off. Island unit, mate. Island unit. Spacious though. Cupboards all built in. All chrome and that. You wouldn't have to mess with that. For £6 million, you move straight in. It's its own room as well. It's not connected to another room. I bet that's hardly ever used. I bet the people that live in places like this don't do their own cooking, do they? Oh, look at your bathroom. It's not a very big bath, but people don't really want a big bath these days. It's all nice though, isn't it? It's all nice. Nice spacious bedrooms. Lots of scratches on the flooring. Someone's been having a go. Someone's been giving it the old Amber Heard. But yeah, for £6 million, you're not angry, are you? You've got space. It looks lovely. I'd probably want a carpet down in one of the rooms somewhere because it would get noisy with all the clacky floors. But it's spacious. It's a flat though. That's the thing. For £6 million, you're in a fucking flat. Change those closet doors. For £6 million, you could do what you like, couldn't you? 3 ovens. Oh, I didn't spot that. 3 ovens for when you're entertaining or when you get after. I mean, I don't know, man. But you're close to the Royal Albert Hall and the Natural History Museum. I mean, you ain't going to be... And I'll tell you who buys these. The frustrating thing about it is the people who are most likely to buy these are like Russian oligarchs or like Elon Musk's as like a second property. Do you know what I mean? It's not like local people can afford to... You know, if you're born in the London area, it's not like... You might... I don't know, you might get a really nice paid, well-paid job, but the average person like you and I don't know about you... I'm not going to be living in a property like this anytime soon. And around my way, I could probably live in 5 times the property for £6 million. So that's a different way to look at it. But if you want London, you want South Kensington, there's your £6 million. Battersea didn't even come up, did it? We didn't get Battersea. Maybe I could find it like this. Battersea properties. Right, move. Fantastic views of Battersea Park, this one. £1.5 million. It is its own unit. Oh, you don't have, oh my god. You don't even... I might have been getting this wrong, look. For £1.5 million, it says here that you get a share of freehold. A share. Share of freehold. I don't even know what that means, but that doesn't sound good, does it? We'll leave that one. This is 37 Boiler House, Battersea Power Station, penthouse. £18 million. 18 million quid. You can't even... If Amber Heard defames you, right? If Amber Heard defames you... Hello, spirit levels. If Amber Heard defames you and you win the case, you still can't afford this. If Amber Heard says that you beat her up and all that, you win the case, you still can't afford this. 37 Boiler House. It's in the Boiler House as well at the Battersea Power Station. It's not in the It is a penthouse though. It's a penthouse. £18 million. And you know what still does my head in about £18 million? Is your kitchen. Yes, you've got an island unit, It's not that much bigger, is it? It's not that much special for 18 million quid. It's got all columns in and shit. It's a bit pokey. 18... Oh, no, open plan out here, aren't you? But it's a bit weird, actually. It's a bit of a strange living arrangement. Parquet flooring, lovely. 18 million quid. That's your house. 18 million quid. Spacious downstairs area. One big room. Go out onto the balcony. Fucking lovely. Battersea Power Station, mate. Upstairs, your bathroom's the same as every other bathroom in the world. No, it's not. You've got a separate bathroom. That's nice, isn't it? I think that's because you've got... I don't know if that's a necessary dividing wall or if it might be a structural wall. Oh, you've got a secret bathroom. Lovely. Views out onto the neighbours' houses. Warning, careful of this glass. But it is nice, isn't it? Oh, you get the roof, you chuffers. You lucky chuffers. Look at that, you're up on the roof and you can see, in the distance, you can see the city of London. There are your views. Don't fuck up, ah. There's me views. You get a full-size snooker table, a pub pool table, and a full-size American pool table. You'd fill the house then, that'd be it. Because you don't get that much space. It does look nice and it does look spacious, but you don't get that much. You'd have to live out. Music studio in the basement. You see, now that's where I'm coming from. What I would like, and it's not that much to ask, it's just a huge property that I could have dogs and horses. Like a farm that I could rescue animals for. But other than that, just a normal house with a bit of a garden that I could put one of those man shed. They call them man caves, don't they? I'm not into that shit. Not patriarchal, but like a nice shed down the bottom of the garden. Get some power in there. Get myself set up in my little quiet studio room in the bottom of the garden. Leave me alone. That'd be fine for me. You know, bedrooms aside, just as long as I've got that, I'd be happy. I am happy. I've got a little room inside the house. I'm happy. I'm not complaining. But who needs space? I'll tell you what you do need, though. You need the space to do the queuing action. I bet you'd have a bad corner around here. You could get it on the roof. You'd definitely get it on the roof. Look at that. That would be where you live. Which one's yours? The top one. The best one. £18 million. Battersea Power Station is now flats. Oh, there's more than one penthouse, look. They go all around the top. There's more than one. You've got a load of neighbours and you've all got £18 million to spend on a little flat. Because now you think about it, it is just a little flat. Upstairs, downstairs. Maybe it's 3 floors. I don't know. It looks quite good though. You would fit, yeah, you'd fit your pool tables in there easy, wouldn't you? Look, what am I saying? That's bigger than my local pub. So there you go. It's huge. Battersea. Let's get back to Flight Simulator. Let me get back in the air. As long as we're not dead. I left us just hovering. Which ones? I don't know. You have a pool table. You've got a pool table. We used to, do you know what? I used to live in a shared house and there was a pool table and it was used so often that I had to come down one night and say, listen, I'm taking the black ball, so fucking shut up. Because I'd work in the morning, chuffers. I'm lost now. I said I'd get us where we need to go, but I'm lost. Right, no, over there, Lambeth Bridge, over there, the City of London. Look at that. Views across Grosvenor Bridge, across all this. You could view all the plebs in their shitty little houses if you lived in that £18 million. But bear in mind as well, £18 million. Wait. Before we get going, 18 million. I've got to show you this for context. I know you'd be in London here. I know you'd be in London. So, oh, well, don't tank me on the stream, kilobytes. Stay high, kilobytes. Please don't tank me on the stream. Not enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Fuck off. That's not right. Pay Virgin Media. I bet you don't get that problem up there. Can you imagine if you've got Virgin Media problems at Battersea Power Station? You'd ring them up and you say, the internet's not working. And they'd say, where do you live? And you say, Battersea Power Station. They say, we'll be out right away, sir. Not like with me. I'll be around in 6 weeks. What I wanted to show you was properties in... I'll just put the Warwick shot. I'll just put, like, you know, where I live, the area. But I don't know how you'd find the most expensive ones. Sort by highest price. Yeah. Sherborne Hill. That looks nice. Price on asking. This is a better example. Look, 4.5 mil now we're talking. So we're not talking 18 million quid. We're not even talking 6 million quid, which was like, we're talking 4.5 mil. And what have you got? You know, because you're out in the countryside, you've got tennis courts, swimming pools. You got, like, look at that. That's your drive. Can I park your car? Can I park my car on your drive? Yes, fine. Look at it. Do you want to come around and have a barbecue? You can play on the pool. You can sleep in one in the west wing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, no poker kitchen around here. You're going to struggle to afford to furnish the place, but no poker kitchen. Views through into the Georgian dining room. Look. Now look at your conservatory. Views out onto your lands. And you can buy like 5 of these. 4 or 5 of these. 3, 4. You could buy 4 of these for the 18 million quid. They look a bit more cluttered, but you can fit more stuff in the room. Look at your kitchen. Island unit, Arga. You've got an Arga. Now you're talking. Now you've got an Arga. That's like one of those country kitchens where the stove is always on. It's like, you know, like, it's always hot. It's got an Arga. Proper fireplace, wood burner. Look at this. This isn't the study. This isn't the second living room. This is just a second, like another living room, an additional. Big telly on the wall there. This is the cinema room. There's your cloakroom. You know when you come in with your muddy wellies? Look at whoever lives here. Look how many coats they've got. They must have 6 kids, the amount of coats they've got. Look at that. It's your little utility room, washing room. That's where the maid works. That's your lounge. That's your third lounge now. You're onto your third lounge. This is the big lounge for the grown-ups. Roaring fireplace, Chesterfield leather sofas. Now, look, here's your pool room. That's your lounge for your kids. So now we've had the TV lounge, we've had the comfy lounge, we've had the second lounge. Now you've got your adults' big lounge. Now you've got your lounge for your kids' pool room. It's also got a cinema experience, it's got table tennis. I mean, look at that. That's an extra bedroom. Look at the landing. 3 floors. Candelabra. Do you know what? My dad built a house. I wonder if it's still up for sale. No, not... I should put more than that, shouldn't I? Put... this is quite frustrating for me, but it's the... is it this one? Forbidden. Has it been sold already? Oh, I can't find it. My dad built a big house anyway, and we used to live in it. And then when my parents divorced and they sold it, so I don't live in it anymore. Don't even get to see it. But it was similar. It wasn't on the same extravagant level as that, but it had a pool room, or a snooker room, I should say. Anyway, look. So that was those properties. Chuffing out. 4 million quid though. Like, London's got loads of parks as well, hasn't it? Yeah. Let's get back in the air. Right. To the City of London, and then from the City of London I'll fly us to see the Queen. Because now we're getting close in. Now we're in, like, what you would consider to be... Look, here's... Right, well, I'll do it now. Here's the Houses of Parliament, look. So we're right over them. Let's do it now. I don't know what's happened here. There's the Houses of Parliament. They're just up ahead. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just up ahead of us. We're just drifting towards them. You can see them there, yeah? Next to the river. So they're not building anything next to the Houses of Parliament up near the river, look. That's the standing up... It's Elizabeth Tower and Big Ben, the the bell in the clock tower. That's all there. Palace of Westminster, they call it. Westminster. Houses of Parliament. Big Thames Houses of Parliament. There's the London Eye on the other side of the road. It's smaller than you think, isn't it? It's smaller than you think, the London Eye. And up there is the City of London. Like the big... What would you call it? You know, the big skyscrapers, the Gherkin and all that. And it's where they do all the money, the banking. So this is the Houses of Parliament here. And the Queen lives just there. No, you can't see none of it. Sorry, what am I doing? Ugh. God, I'm glad I'm quick on this. I'm glad I'm quick on this. So there we are. There's the Houses of Parliament. We're now flying above the Palace of Westminster. We've come up this river. You can see it on the map above my head. Come up this river. If you follow the river up, that's the City of London over there. That's the Gherkin and the Tower. Like, it's where all, that's a big train station right ahead of us there. Look, you can see the transport links coming in there. It's all the money up there. It's all the banking and the money part of London. All up there. This is the Houses of Parliament. The Houses of Parliament. The Palace of Westminster. Big Ben, the clock tower. The bell inside, it's called Big Ben. So this bridge here, the Westminster Bridge. If you follow that, you'll go and see the Queen. So let's go and see the Queen. We are definitely drifting though, so let me get in the cockpit. You protested there, Hunts. Down with the Queen. God save the Queen. Right, now... Right, I'm in charge. Let's twist this round. Because we're going to go and see the Queen. They would not like you flying your light aircraft toward Buckingham Palace, I'll tell you that. But that's it up ahead. So from the City of London, from the Palace of Westminster, across the bridge, Westminster Bridge. This is where everyone wants to go, isn't it? They all want to go and see the Queen. So you might be tempted now to take a right down here instead of driving up and missing it. Right down here. I recognise that building with the circle. I can't remember what it is, but look, it's a building around a building again, isn't it? I think it's some sort of educational building. I can't remember, but I recognise it from somewhere. I think this is Horse Guards. See all this bit here? I might be wrong. Bearing in mind I might well be wrong because I'm not that smart on London, but see all this sand here? I think that's where they ride the horses. The Queen's horses and that, because there's the Queen up there, innit? So you come along here, and this is where you want to go in London, isn't it? This is Nelson on his column. I think. Trafalgar Square. Le Trafalgar. Oh, I mean, hang on. Am I in the camera again? Have I lost... Have I left the... Am I still flying the thing? I think I'm on camera mode. Hang on. Where are we? I'm lost. See, this is what happens to me in real life. I get lost. Can't recognise anything out the window now. Let's go back to camera mode. Down there, look, that's Nelson's column, isn't it? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Where all the people go. It's gotta be. It might not be. Yeah, I should. Do you know what I should have done? I should have done again. I should have done a bit more research before I started, so I knew what everything was and could tell you how old everything is and all that. But I'm not a tour guide around London. I'm not that smart. I think that's Marble Arch, is it? No, it's not Marble Arch. There's a car going over there. The car's going over the buildings. That's not right. But that's Trafalgar Square, I'm pretty sure. I think, anyway. Nelson on the column. And then you follow the road up, and it's the Mall. And it goes up to the Buckingham Palace. And that's where we want to go, isn't it? Up here, look. So this road is the one that they close it off, and the royals today, the royals themselves today, went up and down in their carriages. This is where all the people pack in, line the streets of the Mall. The mall, Ma'alala Mall. And they come up here. Where's my music gone, actually? I used to have music. I must have turned off our Firefox by mistake. So you come up here. I don't know what those buildings are on the right, but I bet it costs loads of money. Over the left, I don't know what this is either. It's a park. It must be some sort of park. So I didn't realise there was a lake there. But you come up here. I don't remember ever having been up here myself, but... The police academy music for some reason. And the Queen lives here. Well, not all the time. Not really, not all the time. Confirm remove. No, OBS, I don't want to do that. What are you on about, OBS? Whoa, 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 whoa! So now we're on the Mall. Don't know what happened then. Got a little alert from OBS and I went to click it and this happened. But it's a much better view. So we'll just pretend I meant to do it. I think I might have broken the aeroplane in some way. This is the Mall though. Look, look. This is it. This is where the Queen lives and you can actually drive past here. It's actually a working road. You can bike there on Sundays. No traffic because they close the roads. Wow. Nice. Nice bit of water. Some statues. Is that Eros? I don't know. I'm not like... I don't know. Some chuffer with wings though, look. That's Victoria, I'm pretty sure. It's supposed to be Victoria. And then they come in here. This is where the Queen lives. Buckingham Palace. You're not allowed in, look. You can't go in. We can though. What? What? No, I paid full shabacks for the full wax, mate. I'm not having any problems. Straight through Buckingham Palace. This is us. We're in Buckingham Palace now. This is where the Queen lives. It's multi-floors, isn't it? 3 floors. I didn't realise that as well. I thought 2 floors, but I didn't realise it was all 3 floors. Don't look all that special from in here, does it? I imagine they spend more time out the back in these buildings. Out the back. This is it. We're inside Buckingham Palace now. Literally inside it. So the statues probably were different. This is just a computer CGI. What's this? Is this some sort of Parthenon? Strange Parthenon. We're inside that now. Don't know how we got in here. This is where they do the bins. Because out the back though, look. I don't know what that is. Oh god. I'm getting us lost again. Where's the back of Buckingham Palace? They've got like a big garden. Here it is. No, this is the Queen's garden. She's got a fucking lake. And this back bit, I bet this is alright, isn't it? I bet this is more protected at the back. I bet it's like a bomb shelter. Getting a bit of controller rumble, which is indicative that my plane might be in trouble. So let's have a look at the... Oh. What have I done with this? What's happened to us? We've parked in London somehow. On top of someone's house, and they haven't rendered the houses very well. So, there's your 50 quid. That's what that gets your flight simulator. We've parked it in London again, you chuffer. Ugh, I'm just so bad at it. Is there anywhere else in London you would like to see? Is there anywhere you would like to put on our journey agenda, Brenda? What do you think? Is there anywhere else in London that you would like to see? It could be a Masonic temple. Do you think? Could you imagine if the Queen had a secret Masonic temple inside Buckingham Palace and they managed to render it in this game by mistake? So here's London. Jolly old London. These are the buildings that I was saying was the towers and the central part of London. This is where the Queen lives. We've just been here in her house. We started our flight over this side of London, Hounslow, the east, and we went in over this bit of water where we saw these quite expensive properties. West Kensington. Oh, it was posh. We flew up towards the Queen's house. Now, it's worth noting, isn't it, that the famous West End of London, the poshest bit, that's just all there, north of the Queen's house. If you live near the Queen, it's fucking expensive. That's that bit. And then, I mean, I don't spend lots of time going around London, and it's not much to look at. That's Waterloo Station there. Waterloo sunset, I am in paradise, and I don't. Waterloo sunset, Waterloo sunset. Just I'm trying to get the music back on in the background, so it's obviously not entertainment me doing that singing, is it? So there we go, calm, relaxing music. That's much better in the background. I like that. So we had a look at Waterloo. There's the Millennium Bridge and London itself. Look, it says London there in the middle, so that's the bit. And then Southwark, the borough. It keeps going. And I said we'd fly out towards the sea, didn't I? There's also North London. Tottenham. In it, mate. London. Tottenham. Chigwell. Chigwell. Chigwell, look. North London. Brentwood over there. Basildon. Look, Brentford is over here and Brentwood is over there. Gatwick Southern Airports, that's like the southern, if you over sort of, what I'm trying to say is London ends about down here. Like Gatwick is basically the end of London. If you're beyond that, you're no longer London anymore. Brighton, look, goes all the way to Brighton. But Gatwick, I would say, is the end of London. And over this side, I don't know what the Archbishop's Palace is, but over this side, it peters out towards the sea. So if I take us over here, and we ourselves will peter out towards the sea. The National Gallery, the National Art Gallery. You want to have a look at that? All right. Shit, I looked at it too late. But yeah, you're right. Actually, London's got loads of history, hasn't it? Built on. Is this on the PS4? I don't know. This is the new one on Steam, and I recently got a new computer thanks to the Tippies and Chippies in chat. So we bought this new computer, and I thought what we'd do is we'd go for one of the, like, this is in beta. I think it's in beta. I don't think it's fully finished being. Hey, Virgin Media. I'm ignoring that and pretending it's not happening because, frankly, I pay enough for that internet. So we're going to head east towards the sea. Yeah, I wanted to get a game that fuck it. I wanted to get a game that sort of pushed the computer to its limits in a way, graphically, or at least, you know, showed what a computer can do compared to, because I used to play on over there. I've got the PlayStation myself, played PS4. I've got yeah, PS4 like you, yeah. So updating to this has been a bit of a thing, you know, a bit of a thing. So I wanted to get something that was, and I don't know if I've chosen the right game for that either, but that would show that, oh look, we're on Steam and we're on the computer and it's new, and so I picked this. But looking at the potato rendering of these places out the window, I might have chosen the wrong thing. Right, this is the City of London. Look, these are the famous buildings. And now you will notice as well that London is not as, I mean, it does go on, like it goes on over there, it goes on over there, You know, it goes on, right? But it's not as big as some of the other cities we've seen in the world, is it? And we've only seen a couple. But I bet it's smaller than some American cities. It reminds me, though, of the way American cities, like, build up with these skyscrapers at centre. Everything's disappearing. Everything's de-rendering as we approach it. That's not right, is it? Everything's popping out of existence as we approach it. It's better in this view. Is it though, or is it all flat? It's all gone flat. So we've still got a few of the famous buildings there, which I paid to download. I didn't pay to download them, they were free, but I downloaded the pack. So they're there, but the satellite imagery is having a right job. And we're running at reasonable kilobytes, there's no problem with the stream really. This one's called the Shard. It's at a train terminus. But we don't have as many of those sort of skyscrapery buildings, do we? Not as many. Can't see anything now because it's all going flat, but... Let's head out to the sea. Because the reason London is, and I do know this, the reason London is the busy city it is because of the Thames and its position as a docks. There's a famous bridge you'll recognise, look. London Tower Bridge. Tower Bridge, mate. There it is down there, look. So that's still rendered. Quite talking about, is it on the PS4? Head for Essex, alright. Yeah, we'll fly over your house. Where is... It's like north, isn't it? North of the river. Can't seem to make us go that way. Okay, yeah. London's New York, Canary Wharf. That's over here, isn't it? These are banks. London. I'm always interested myself to see how close things are to the other, like, wider geography, like how close it is to the actual sea. But look, this big waterway created the city, really, didn't it? Because before we had all cars and all that, they were transporting things on the rivers. Is it rendering now for us, or is it all flat? Should be rendering. Can't decide if it's rendering or if it's flat. So this is over towards Canary Wharf, isn't it? And that beyond it is the Millennium Dome. Is that the one that... Which one's the one that has the flashing light on top? It's this one, isn't it? 1 Canada Square. There's many more buildings in real life. Cool, yeah, we'll go for a bike ride in London. I'm not likely to come to London anytime soon, but yeah. And I'm scared of bikes. No, not that scared, but if I get knocked off, I don't like it. This is the Millennium Dome. This was Tony Blair's vanity project. When a Prime Minister leaves their office, they like to spend large amounts of public money on an item that will be there in the future. And it's like a vanity project. Margaret Thatcher's was the Channel Tunnel. This one is the Millennium Dome, built by Tony Blair in his government. and then sold later on. And that's just a canvas roof, it's not even a proper roof. Gaff is Cockney rhyming slang. Yeah, thanks for the offer. Like I say, I am scared of bikes. Things calm down as you get further out of the city as well, don't they? Look, now you start to get more what I would refer to as like more reasonable, normal houses, like when you're out of that city centre. But I bet they're still quite expensive compared to where I live. But the space starts to open up as well, doesn't it? And these are all nice places to live around here as well, aren't they? I'm pretty sure. I'm not an expert again, I'm not an expert, but I think East Ham is quite nice. I might be wrong. And I'm trying to head towards your neck of the woods. I mean, in a general sense, obviously I'm not going to ask you exactly which one your house is on the internet, but in a general sense of the woods, yeah, we're going to fly towards that area, still following the course of the river, and we're going to see if we can get to the sea. Wonder what that is. Wonder if that's a cemetery. It seems very organised, doesn't it? Grid system. Wonder if that's a cemetery. Crematorium and a cemetery. That's what that is. These quadcopters are good though, aren't they? I've only crashed us like 2 or 3 times. This is nice. Look at this below us. Like the way they've done that housing. No. Look at how they've done the houses in a little circle like that. It's interesting, isn't it? Someone's had a bit of fun when they've been designing putting some new houses in. Oh, can we do them in a circle? No, we're doing them in streets and rows like normal. What are you on about a circle? Yeah, but if we do them on a circle, all the back gardens can back onto each other. And then there could be a smaller park in the middle of it. What? Who owns the middle bit? I don't know. Maybe it's that building and its little park. I don't know. Look, it's different though, isn't it? That is different there. And there's a woods near it. I like that. That's float my boat. Makes much more sense to do them in rows and grids like in America though, doesn't it? Look. That must have been a nightmare. All the builders will turn up and they'll be like, right, what you doing what? Where's the next house going? And what we're going to key off? A circle, you say? I'm used to doing straight lines, mate. I bet these are places where people work now. I bet we've got... that's salinate. That's sewerage and salination, isn't it? Desalination plant. Played too much SimCity. That must be water treatment. And I bet this is some sort of... you know, large complex of offices and... Or it might be a shopping centre. Maybe it's a shopping centre. London has more character in 1 square mile than Manhattan. I mean, London is... It has, in fairness, like, there's been a lot more time of people doing things, hasn't there? So it's got a bit of an advantage. Barking is towards Essex, isn't it? Dagenham... I think Essex is more that way. North of... this. Over there. I don't know. Is that us over there? Is that our helicopter? Or is that somebody else? No, that's our helicopter over there. I'm just drifting in the sky. I'll tell you what, these helicopters, I could get me one of these. When I get the Johnny Depp monies, I'll get myself one of those mansions at Battersea and I'll get one of these helicopters and take off from it. It feels much safer having a jillion rudders on top. I don't know. Dagenham is definitely where they built cars in the past though, so I imagine some of these might be factories over here. Like, you'd be living a much more normal suburban life in these sort of areas than central London, but it's so close, isn't it? So I imagine the land value is still reasonably high, but it's not the same, you know, it's not far from central London, but it's not city centre living anymore, is it? Which I think I would probably prefer. I'd probably prefer this. Eddie Hearn's from Essex, isn't he? Eddie Hearn's Essex. Go left and forward, alright? So how you navigate the plains? Just left a bit. Up a bit. Forward. Yeah, we'll go and buy a farm, yeah. Exactly, but... You know, if I had that Johnny Depp money, I could do both, I suppose, couldn't I? Go out winning my court cases. If I won my court cases... This place is called Barking. I'm sure that's near Basildon. Basildon is Essex, isn't it? Basildon. Nice parks. That looks nice. Go walking the dog. It is still, I'll tell you what though, it is impressive the way it's still continuing. It's a bit more space, a bit more character. There's another circle one, but it's still packed in. It doesn't stop yet. This is still London, and it's still, you know, you're in the suburbs, but you're still London, and it's still going, isn't it? There's still lots of it. You live on a farm? Round here? I should be able to spot it. There can't be that many. I suppose, look, it gets rural out there. It starts getting rural. Not that rural, though. If you flew over my way, there's nothing. Finching fields, Squirrel Sniper says in Essex. See, I'm just awful at geography. Horse farm. That sounds nice. I do have to still aim for the sea as well, though, remember. We're going inland a bit here. Are we nearly there yet, or...? Right on the edge of London, Essex. Alright then, go on then. Go on then. Because look, it starts to... Just up there, it starts to peter out, doesn't it? But then it picks up again. There's this rural gap. There's a bit of a golf course. And then we start getting some forests and some fields. But just over there, there's more... To the right, there's more urbanisation again. Oh, that's Eddie Hearn's house there, look. Well, that might be the golf course. You can see 20 horses. I wonder if we'll see him from up here. Meow. Stapleford? Is it before or after Stapleford? Is it before or after Stapleford? Am I going in the wrong direction? I'm on the spot. Oh, it's round here. We're round here. Fair play. It's funny, isn't it, how it just, like, all of a sudden, boom, fields. And I tell you what, I do say this, but I'm not, like, obviously, if you're on a farm, I'm not saying all farmers, but farmers, landowners, they're not just like poor people on tractors, you know, chuffing away with some corn. They own a lot of tracts of land really close to London. Bet these are worth some money as well, even though they're just fields. Right over the lake. Over there then. This is your way. Look, it's not actually far from London, is it? From up here, you can see right over to London. But what I like about this, what I really like about it, is I'd be going that direction more often. I'd be going off into these trees and fields and having a wander with the dog. It's nice, isn't it? Chigwell. Chigwell's up round there. Stapleford, Lambert. See, this then, there are more urban areas beyond it again as well, which is slightly confusing to me, but yeah. This must be a particular farm, mustn't it? This must be a farm. Farm buildings over there. You can see the shard. That's over there. Starting to get my bearings from up in the air. Careful, I'm nearly crashes then. Right, now we're going to find the sea. I'm going to take us back towards London a bit. And between us and London, we'll plot a course for the sea. It's the Queen's birthday, remember? It's not, it's the Platinum Jubilee. So this is a nice, relaxing, chilling stream. This is Essex. This is Essex. Essex has been on the telly because there's a TV show called The Only Way is Essex. It's a bit like Jersey Shore. And the people of that show are known for living glamorous, urbanised lifestyles, being the nouveau riche. There's lots of it, isn't there? Again, unlike America, it doesn't appear to have a grid system, but there is a bit more continuity with the planning. Like there's symmetry in places at least, and well, you can see why it's hard to navigate London and why people get lost as well, isn't it? London by the sea. Where's the sea? We will approach the sea. That's a train line. Train stations along the train line there. Heading off north into East Anglia and Norwich. Loads of houses though, aren't there? Loads of them. Rows and rows. Nice houses, nice people. Rows and rows of them. Loads of them. The sea is due east, right. I want to go a little bit towards London as well, because I'd like to try and see if we can't catch the Thames at some point going into the sea as well. More fields over here. Again, at some point, these fields are going to have to be sold and turned into houses, aren't they? Surely. Nice and relaxing this stream, isn't it now? It's nice and relaxing. Where's the hospital? There are quite a few actually. There are quite a few. And an area like this will have a hospital for its very own as well, won't they? Probably that right below us there, down there. but there'll be all sorts of different ones as well. You'll have like specialist hospitals, like where I live, we've got a hospital, but I can't go there for accident and emergency. They just don't have me in Stratford. The nearest accident emergency is the next town, Warwick. But if you've got an eye problem, if you've got an actual like specialist problem, our hospital is an eye hospital, so they might send you here from further afield to come for your specialist appointment here. So you have accident emergency hospitals, but you also that are attached to like general hospitals that are attached to specialist hospitals, and you get like, you know, denominations of each. So London will have quite a few. Yeah. You want to see the biggest, most equipped, highest level? All right, we'll go and have a look after we've had a look at the sea. I don't think I'll be able to show you that in a plane, but I'll show it you on the internet. We'll have a look. You won't be impressed. Actually, we've got private hospitals as well, and there's the hospital that the Prime Minister and the Queen goes to. I bet they've got some stuff, but I bet yours is better equipped, because our National Health Service, paediatric hospitals, yeah, there'll be children's hospitals. Great Ormond Street is is an example of that. But our NHS has been underfunded, and you know they've not been giving them the money. But we still have a lot of them. This is all rural, isn't it? This is all fields. I remember when all this was just fields. Well, it is. So what do you want? There's the river over there, extending ahead of us to the sea. We're finally getting there. And it always amazes me when the sea is not the seaside, when it's just some rubbish, you know, there's no beaches or anything. It's just like, this is where the sea is, just some rubbish space. But I suppose this land is probably quite fertile, isn't it? Probably good for farming on, close to the seaside. I don't know. What do I know? This looks like a little dirt bike track. I think. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like some like dirt racing track. Yeah, we need to protect the NHS, don't we? We've had 10 years of Tory rule, though, so they've been chopping it to bits. They would rather privatise it and sell it off so that they can profit from it in the short term. We'll end up with the big pharma and everything. Not this sort of big pharma, but you know what I mean. Anyway, like, this looks like a heath or some commons. Don't know. It's funny, isn't it? Following the river out of London, and there's London still over there, built up. West Thurrock. I suppose you probably count yourself as London, West Thurrock, I don't know. But over here, suddenly we're all farmland again and fields. This England. Just cruising. Do you know what? I might get myself some takeaway food today. Feel like a nice fuddle up today, and Mom's took the dog out. I said take the dog out because she's gone. Mom's boyfriend is looking at properties. He's got his heart set on a caravan for some reason. They've gone looking at a property at a caravan park. Mom doesn't want to go and live in a property. Anyway, look. The point being, they've gone there to do that. I said take the dog. Gone looking and go for a little country pub lunch or something. Take the dog. So I'm Sans dog today, so I don't even have to walk the dog. You're chatting amongst yourselves in chat, that's fine. Down here looks nice. Nice row houses, little village. What's that little village? Orsett. Very close to London now. But that's pretty nice down there. Now this is more me. I know it's close to London still, but you just feel more at peace for me in a more rural area. And you could get on the car, you could drive to London from here, couldn't you? So it wouldn't be that far. Is that our shadow down there? That's our shadow down there. shadow. Mom's boyfriend has sold his house, and yeah, he's in the market for another one. Like there was a suggestion that we should sell the one I'm sitting in and put the money together and buy a like all those things I'm open-minded to, but I wouldn't do it overnight. I'd have a big think about it. Well, he's already put his house, it's already been, they made him an offer, bang, it's been sold, so now he's looking for somewhere. I don't know what I haven't had to talk to him about it, I don't know. Another golf course down here. And then this is as the Thames becomes the sea, look. This is what I'm on. It's just northeast of London. It's quite rural. Gets rural quite quick. There's golf courses. What I would consider villages, Chadwell, St Mary. But they're on the verge of being swallowed up by the continuing urbanisation and suburbanisation of London. But there's a limit, because as you get out to the seaside, as you get out to the ports, the docks, you can't build anymore. So Linford, which at the moment is still its own separate place, its own separate little bit of the world, Linford one day will just be connected to Tilbury, which will be connected to all, and they'll all be all these fields will be taken over with suburbanisation, I'm sure. But that will be the limit. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they've got National Trust protected property. You know, maybe they won't sell this. Maybe it'll all remain. I don't know. Follow the river, you'll come to Southend. Southend. Oh, there's still more, isn't there? There's still more. Well, the river's very wide here. So this goes beyond what I think of as river. I don't know where the exact line is between sea and river, but when it gets massive and wide like this, and I can actually literally see the sea from where I am. Yeah. Oh, you're still poorly. I hope that COVID's not making you feel too poorly. That's a good point, Spirit Levels. People from London will come out here to mess about, won't they? And like, you know, whilst I consider these places to be that rural looking, that they're remote, and what's that little dock thing? I don't know, but you'll still get quite a lot of people from London coming down and cluttering up the place. Looks like they're doing some building over here for some reason. That's nice, isn't it? Don't know what that line is. Is that the official line between the river and the sea? Or have they built something across the river there? I don't know. It's a funny line. Yeah, they're shipping containers, aren't they, down there? And that's the mechanism for loading and unloading ships. That's where all the drugs come in. It's not. The drugs come in to the other side. This is our port to Europe. Canvey Island. I've heard of that. Industry down here again. I'm thinking those are gas storage, those circles, but I don't know. I think they're gas storage. Well, there might be pools for... This might be water treatment. I think it's gas storage though. I'm over Tilbury now, the Port of London. Many Orthodox Jewish communities moved from London to Canvey Island in the last 10 years. That's interesting and strange as well, isn't it? I mean, I can see why, if you lived in the city centre of London, you might say, look, let's just shift our bums a little bit outside. Because I'd rather live in a place like this, just outside, where I can easily get into London. You know, a taxi ride probably is affordable. Probably not cheap, but affordable. I don't know, but a train ride, you know, a transport link. I don't drink anymore, so I could even drive my car. But if you want to go and visit London, it's just there, isn't it? All the stuff's there. You can even work in London and then commute here to live. And it wouldn't be as busy, as urban, as, you know, it'd just be a little bit quieter. I don't know, actually. Well, I'm saying that, look, it's very, very packed in all again, isn't it? Once my frame fills with houses like this, I might as well be in central London in a way. But there is more space between them. There's no tower blocks. There's probably more schools, golf courses, not golf courses, shops. You know, normal living. It's probably very nice around here. Before that, there were like trailer parks in America for people on low budgets. It's weird, isn't it? Because you'd think, for me, right by the seaside, right close to London, actually not in the centre, even though the bang in the centre is really expensive land value, I understand that, but I would pay more to have a sea view than a chuffing London view. It's weird. I suppose it's just the way it works, but... And there's very much a limit to the land that can be built on over here. I suppose they could landfill it, couldn't they? But there's a limit. Whereas with the other end of London, you can just keep going out into the countryside forever until you hit Slough. Canvey Island was a post-war temporary settlement which became permanent. Weird. Oh, we're crashing. No. No, why? Have I run out of fuel or something? Maybe my battery runs out, because this is an electric vehicle. Something's happened. And we've parked ourselves on Canvey Island. Well, it's not so bad, is it? Yeah, the sad stories can wait for another day. There's been another one in America as well, which I'm not even going to start talking about, because fucking hell. Like, I've just mentioned it then, so I will just say, fucking hell. Like, what the fuck? Like, I will just say this for just quickly. I don't know how to express it though, but I think it's just about time they put down the guns, isn't it? I think it's just about time they put them down. Just had enough of it. These are conversations for a different day. We're chilling, yeah. 20 people have been killed since the Texas school shooting. I mean, it's mind-baffling. I've said it now. We won't go on about it because we're doing a nice relaxing stream where we fly around London, and we have done a very nice. I'm very happy with what we've achieved today. Which, in terms of achievements, like, you know, Xbox achievements or whatever, it's not that much. But in terms of having a fun stream that's been fun, it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. We've had a look around. It's been chilled. This is the sort of thing. I think this is for me. This. Oh, I can hear Earthbound in the background. No. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. No. I'm talking. I can hear myself talking. I've pressed something. Flight Simulator full screen. I'm talking. I can hear. Yeah. Okay. I can hear myself talking. Whatever. I just need to turn off the music. Quick. Go to browser. Oh, this is going to do my head in. Flight Simulator. Browser. This video game music. Right. I've managed to pause it. This is a compilation of relaxing video game music. Right. Mitari Mango does them. I quite often listen to them. They're good. But there's a game called Earthbound. I started playing it on stream at the very first... It was the first game I ever played on stream, and it got us banned straight off. It didn't get us banned, but what it is that... where is it on this list? It must be on this list somewhere. Where are we? We're at 1:30. Oh, the list goes on, I see. Repeat track list. Right, I get it. It goes round again, so that's why. Because Earthbound, the game music is not copyright, but Sony bought the rights to the music, and Sony put out a CD in Japan of Earthbound music, and so that CD exists. Now that CD contains non-copyright music, but it's a CD that exists in Japan. So if you play the Earthbound music in the background, it comes up as copyright. So all these other tracks, all this Mario, Final Fantasy, Kirby, whatever, Secret of Mana, that's all fine. Bomberman, it's all relaxing music, I can listen to any of it. The fucking Earthbound track, the one Earthbound track, I'm not allowed it. So I'm glad I managed to spot that quickly before it binned us off the stream. Jeez, that was nearly a full panic. But yeah, this is my my jam in a way. I'm glad we managed to find something. I like relaxing flights over the country. I like talking gently with you in chat. No rows, no politics, none of that. You know, just chilling, flying the plane. I'm enjoying this. Okay, so this is good. Limmy. Now, you probably asked me before who's Limmy. Do you all know who Limmy is? There's only two of you here, aren't there? But do you know who Limmy is? I'll show you Limmy on the old YouTube. So Limmy does streaming, and he's Scottish, but he's also a comedian. He wasn't always a streamer. Before that, he was a comedian. He still is a comedian. I don't know what you say. Look, he's been playing it though. Look, and now he's the sort of chap that sits and he quietly chilling, chatting. So I saw Limmy, and I'm like, okay, we can do Flight Simulator like Limmy, but it works. And Limmy also does some of these other ones though. He did. If I put truck, you know, he did Truck Simulator, driving around. We tried a bit of driving. Limmy that really suits this, but I'm not so. He's got the whole truck going. I like it. I think that's a cool. Maybe we should do some of this at some point. Now I've got the computer. All is open. All is open. But the thing is, like here, look, you can tell he's doing it.
This is how I pictured it. This is what I would like. Hi there, hi there. I don't actually say hi to people I know. It's just this stupid.
He's talking just like I do, Choppy, but he's talking quietly, right? Now the difference is what's going on here is I can't hear myself talking in my headphones. I can't. I can set it so I can, but there's a tiny delay. Advanced audio properties. Where's my mini desk? Monitor and output. Now I can hear myself, but I can hear a tiny delay. So when I talk, it makes me want to talk more slowly to match the voice in my head that is slightly seconds behind my voice. I can't work like that. I can't work like that. Monitor off. Now I can't hear my own headphones. But in order for me to talk quietly like Limmy, I've got to be able to hear myself in my headphones. The reason he's talking quietly is because in his world, it's later at night, he's being a bit more quiet, and he can hear himself in this microphone in his headphones. So you don't have to talk loud. You can hear yourself. For me, I can't hear myself. So I'm talking loudly, and I can't even, because I've got no headphones, this is blocking my hearing. So I can't do chilled streams, because I end up yelling and shouting to try and speak over the game audio that I can hear in my headphones, because I can hear the game and everything else. I can hear all that, just not my voice. I don't know why I get that tiny delay, and on OBS, I don't know why. Maybe there's going to be something more now, because now I've got the computer, I can get plugins and I can get all sorts for OBS, but I don't know why. There needs to be a better sound balance mixing system on OBS that doesn't let, when I'm listening to the monitor, I don't want to monitor the direct input, or I want to be able to choose to monitor, sorry, I do want to monitor the direct input. I don't want to have a delay in my headphones. I could monitor the little sound desk, but then I can't hear the game sound because that's a different thing that I'm monitoring then. So it's really frustrating for me. There must be a workaround. Limmy doesn't have that problem, but until I fix that problem, I'm going to be shouting. So it's very similar. It's a very similar setup. It's Limmy talking quietly. It's me talking quietly. Like I'm glad we've got there, nearly. But for me, I just can't talk calm and relaxed. Which is weird, because I'm an ASMR artist, and I do ASMR, so I should be able to be more calm and relaxed, shouldn't I? But instead, I'm yelling all the time. But I'm really pleased with this one. Yeah, it was a chill stream, and it's thanks to this aircraft that we got that. Let's return to the main menu. Things that we're going to do. I'm not going to do every stream the same, remember. I'm going to be variety all the time. It's going to hold us back. I keep thinking about it. Maybe I should just do this game forever for like 6 months. Build up a fan base of people who routinely tune in to see this. And then disappoint them when I change to something else. I think it's better to have the carousel. Revolving content. Still similar content. Still routinely similar. But changing on a daily basis. So, words on a Wednesday. Flying on a Friday. I don't even know what day it is today because of the bank holiday. Flying on a Thursday or Friday. Do you know what I mean? Like, words on a Wednesday. It's not the same at all, but it's different. You can... Anyway. Hopefully we bring in people from different places as well. Some people like flying. Some people like what I think is that, because some people like flying, some people like conspiracy theory, we can bring those people in and they'll come and watch the other streams we do. But YouTube thinks, no, if you like flying, you only like flying. You're not going to want to see other stuff. And if you want to see other stuff, you want it on a different channel where you only do that other stuff on that channel. I don't know. Anyway, this is our hangar. No, it's not. This is our hangar, and this is the new helicopter thing that I think is great. I think it's good, look. Been a bit happy with that. We haven't crashed it so often. Quite happy with that. This has got, it's £1,500. It can carry up to 400 pounds of weight. That's the spec. I don't know what to say about that, but we've got other aircraft though, and I think the big aircraft, we're going to do some of these big jumbo jet flights. I'm going to need to learn to land and take off in that properly. To land in it specifically. But these little ones, these look fun, don't they? The little aircraft. And this. But you can see why I went for the quadcopter today, because it's very different from all the others, and it actually was the most stable, most secure. I haven't got a helicopter itself, but I think you can get a helicopter, but I haven't got one. But that would be the next closest thing to something like this, wouldn't it? This thing. So maybe we try one of these, which looks like a chuffing... I mean, this looks like a chuffing motorbike sidecar with wings. We could have a go in that as well, couldn't we? Maybe that would be stable and you'd have a good view. I mean, that looks dangerous to chuff, doesn't it? When who's designed that? Why have you got the engine on the... What's going on with that? That's different. And if we really want... If we really get into it, which I'm not... not gonna, no thanks. But if you really want, we could buy another aircraft. Ooh. I see. Jets now. You could buy... I've got one and it's chuffing dangerous. So... could buy one of those for 15 quid if I want. Seems dangerous though, doesn't it? Seems dangerous. But... look, that's a little... that's a tiny jet. What's that about? You're chatting, you're alright, you're chatting. I think it might be a turn of phrase. Maybe spirit levels doesn't mean specific cities, but, you know, turn of phrase, I don't know. That's a tiny jet, though. That looks like... I mean, I don't know how dangerous that is, but... it's like a tiny little... it looks like a Pepsi can fashioned into a jet plane. Have a look at that. They should let you take them on test drives, shouldn't they? You can have special liveries, that's alright. But what I was looking for was a helicopter, wasn't it? So let's see if they've got one. Yes, helicopters. They're going to cost you money. This is a helicopter from the 1940s. If it'll come up. Bloody hell. I mean, you know what I was just saying about dangerous? At the top there, you've got the fuel strapped on above your head next to the engine, which is just like right behind you. And then that's it. You've just got a bit of steel frame and you're away. I mean, fucking hell. You would really be hard pushed to get me in one of them. Really be hard pushed to get me in one of them. What about other sorts of... I wonder if they've got... Because what I was interested in is seeing if they've got... Because we've got quite a nice little quadcopter thing now. I wonder if they've got anything else like that, but they don't. These are piston aircraft, which means a propeller. There's another helicopter. There's 98 of these. Right, type, airliner, avionics, jets, liveries, piston. But, I mean, look at this! We've got to try this at some point. £7, but... Surely we've got to have a go on this. I mean, who in their right mind... Who in their right mind would possibly... I mean, it can't be good to have a wheel hole in the front of your boat. And the landing in that cannot be comfortable, can it? You haven't even got a windscreen. You're just a fucking... And when you're on the sea, look, when you're on the sea, you've got a giant wind sail to... Like, that can't be safe, can it? That giant wind sail. You use this screen there just to... I mean, what if the weather gets bad on the sea? Don't worry, we'll just take off. We won't have a choice. If the wind picks up, we'll just take off. I mean, look at it. I don't want to go in one of those, ever. Never. Not on the sea, not in the air, never. Nothing. No, keep me away. Stay away from me on that. We might pay £7.89 to fly one over London, though. There's another little helicopter. It's the same one every time. But there, see, now we're getting somewhere. Look, this is what I was talking about. I'm sure there will be other interesting light aircraft that are good for sightseeing. Look, things like this. This might even be a glider. What is it? A single engine, 3-place monoplane. Built to suit the needs of aerial observation and reconnaissance. That's it upside down. Is there a dog in that? There's a dog in that. There's a picture. It's upside down, but there's a dog in it. I ain't got no idea. There's a dog in the chopper. You know, we might have a look at some of these smaller... at some point, I might be tempted by some of those smaller, more unique aircraft. But, you know, not wanting to ever get in one in real life because of how strangely dangerous they seem. So we have got more streams to come, and we've also got in flight school as well. We've got to do this. We're up to halfway through our basic handling, and we're going to learn takeoff and landing. There's a full set of lessons before. Not so worried about navigating, but airliner training. I definitely want to have a look at this, the landing and the takeoff. I think I managed to take off before, but the landing is something that I want to have a look at because it's going to be part of, and your spirit levels is going to be right back, but we're going to go soon. So you're in one of those with a drunk pilot. Oh my god, I wouldn't. I'd be scared. I'd be frit. I'd be frit. I wouldn't make a big thing of it. I'd just sit there quietly, because I know there wouldn't be anything I could do. When it's something I'm not in control of, I'd just be doing my mindfulness. I'd just be trying hard. You can't even smoke in there. You know, but what we're aiming to do once we've got, and we are getting the hang of this, is we are going to take a trip around the world. We're going to pick an airport and we're going to fly, and we're going to try and land at the next one. You know, like England, France, for example, and then from there we're going to go on to the next one, and we're going to do it in real time in the jumbo jet. So we're going to take some time. We're going to fly around the world, relaxing stream after relaxing stream, around the world in 80 flights. Hopefully landing at each one, taking a little look at their area on Google Maps before flying on to the next one in the next stream from the same place we just landed. You know what I mean? Like a little tour around the world, a virtual tour. That's going to be coming up on our Friday flight streams, or on whichever day we do, Thursday or Friday flight streams, whichever day. But that'll be fun, won't it? And I'm going to try and get in on the evenings more often in the future for some relaxing. Like, the whole point of this stream is that I thought it was funny to drop us out of the sky. Jesus. It's only funny if you're holding the stick. Everyone else, not funny. Yeah, we'll fly over your house, exactly. So, but I want to try and, like I showed you Limmy, you know, talking quietly. I want to try and fix that talking quietly thing before I can get a really, really, you know, if I can sit here and just talk nice and quietly, and I don't have to shout, and we can just chill, then I'm nailing something that I could even expose the ASMR audience to. They might even like that. So that's longer term where I'm trying to get to with that. Otherwise, it's lots of fun. We have lots of fun. We've had lots of fun. There's nothing else going on today about the Queen, is there? I don't have to do anything else about the Queen today. So I'm now going to go and get myself an early dinner. I've been eating so late over the last week. I'm going to go and get myself an early dinner. I might even be tempted to... Oh, Mom's gone out for lunch, hasn't she? So she's not going to want a takeaway. When she gets back with the dog, I was going to say I might be tempted to discuss takeaway, but I'll see what I can do. I don't have. I'm not doing it on my own. That's what I was going to say. I don't have takeaway on my own. I'm not doing that on my own. That's a would you like a, you know, I'll get you a takeaway thing, isn't it? It's not a. You've lost sound. I hope it's not for everyone. Takeaway thing, isn't it? It's not for everyone. Well, I'm going now anyway. I'll write it in chat so you can hear me. I'm going now anyway. Thanks for being here. And you can hear me. That's all right then, as long as you can hear me. So yeah, that is what's going to happen now. I'm going to knock it on the head. And yeah, big thanks. Proper fun. Nice to be spending some nice time with some nice people. Not having a row. Not worried about politics or any of that. Let's have ourselves a nice weekend. Relaxed recovery. Recoup. Recompress. Don't know about recompression. Forget compression. Forget compression altogether. Just relax. That's the aim. We're going to have a nice, relaxing Queen's Jubilee weekend. That's what we're going to do. So you be good, my little puckos. I'll probably be back later tonight. Probably, not definitely, but probably on Twitch. Is it Twitch or Twitter? Twitch. On Twitch for Genshin Impact, maybe. We didn't get to do it yesterday, but I want to push that story mode on. So maybe on Twitch later, but you know, I'll become more regular and more routine with things as we keep going. So no stress. No stress, no steeds, just some of that real sticky icky. Look, you be good. And if you can't be good, then we're going to fly you out to the seaside. Leave you there. Crash landed, didn't we? We crash land at the moment, every one of our flights is punctuated by a crash landing. So I need to sort that out. So you be good, and if you can't be good, then you're naughty.